Psychologists say that 95% of people never write down their goals and they fail. And they say the other 5% are the ones that write it down and they succeed. It's interesting, the Bible says that when we don't have a plan, we always fail. We don't know who we're going to be. And part of this journey to purity is about you deciding who you're going to be, and that your choices and your decisions line up with that decision. I love the quote that says, character is powerful. And today I want to talk about opening up this journey to purity. I want to talk about your character. I want to talk about the woman that you are and the woman that you want to be, because that's how amazing God is. He allows us to make choices, and that choice holds power. It holds feelings. It holds motivation, and ultimately it holds your destiny. Whatever choices you're making today will change the way your life looks tomorrow. So today I want to talk about character. I want to talk about who you are when no one's looking. I want to talk about the woman that you are, that you say you are, and you follow through with it. I want to talk about that. Now, I want us to be really careful that we understand that, sometimes I think this whole purity message and this purity journey could be related to like the things you don't do. Like when you think of a pure person, sometimes we can think like, oh, well, they're pure because, well, they've never, or they're the never person. But did you know that our purity can't be linked to just the things we've never done? Just like our purity or impurity can't be linked to the things we have done. In fact, your purity is more than just the things you don't do. That's like a poverty mindset, and it's not a healthy mindset. So I want to kind of lead you in this thought. Character will dictate your boundaries. It's who you choose to be. Are you going to choose to follow God? Are you going to choose to be a woman of power? Are you going to choose to be a woman of purity? Those choices are really powerful. Whether you've lived them out today or you lived them out for the last year, it's going to start to change who you are. So your character dictates your boundaries. And it's more important than anything. It's more than saying no to premarital sex. It's more than saying no to being intimate with somebody. It's about deciding what you're saying yes to. So my question to you is, what are you saying yes to? Why? Why are you saying yes? If you're going to start this journey to purity, then what's pulling you along? What are you saying yes to? Are you saying yes to being healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Are you saying yes to valuing your body? Are you saying yes to believing God that when he says don't practice sex outside of marriage because it's so powerful and it's not safe, do we trust him? And that might be new thoughts for you. And I get that. Take your time. It's okay. Relax. We're going to take a journey. We're going to take our time through this. But I want to just ask you those questions. The Bible says in Psalms that we're to delight ourselves in the Lord. And another part of the Bible, it says in John 15 that we're to abide in God, which are the things, those are all twos. Like we want to delight ourselves in God. We want to abide in God. Those are things of like going toward, saying yes toward, not just saying, I won't. So I want you to do a few things. I want you to ask yourself the question, or maybe you could write it down even. What were the rules that you learned about sex in your life? Write 3 of them down. What are the things that you learned about sex? Not just like, the things of like, here's the, stick figures and here's what my sex ed teacher taught me. But I'm talking about what are things that if someone said, tell me about sex, what would you say about it? Write those down. And then I want you to ask yourself, how many of those have a no or don't in them? How many of them have a no or don't in them? I want you to look at that and see, is everything about sex directed to your no, or is it directed to a yes? I want you to really look at that. And then today, as maybe your call to action or a reminder of this journey that you're beginning, I want you to set up a reminder system for your day today. You can set it on your timer or your alarm clock, your phone. You can even set something out, maybe paint your nails a certain color as a reminder. But I want you to ask yourself why you're doing whatever you're doing at that moment. So you might have a timer and you'll ask yourself, what am I doing and why am I doing it? And then I want you to ask yourself, what am I saying yes to right now? So it could be something good, and you could say, wow, I'm saying yes to this, and I'm saying yes because this is connected to my yes in my life, or I'm doing something I don't want to do or I don't want to be, but I'm doing this because I think that's whatever, and you write that down. I want you to begin to ask yourself, why am I saying yes and why am I saying no? And then I want you to know the reasons of your choices and to be more proactive about them. We're just kind of getting into self awareness. Why are you doing the things you're doing? Make that decision, write it down, maybe set up an alarm. And I want you to think about your character. Are you who you say you are? And let that define your choices today.